It is upon us. I'm Aslan Hajivandi. He is Corey. Clark. Football season has kind of officially, unofficially started, right?
Well, it doesn't really officially start till tomorrow, but we got to talk to coaches, so that was fun.
Yeah, for the first time we heard from both coordinators, but first let's start with head football coach Willie Taggart. I guess the biggest news from him was health. Some of the more important guys that we would assume, at least on the offensive side, Nooney Murray for the wide receivers, and Marvin Wilson sounds like they're going to be limited. Is that what he was saying?
Yeah, you know, they both had knee injuries in the spring, and he said that he didn't expect them to be doing much, if anything. It sounded like maybe the first half of fall practice, but he expects them back by the end. But again, what kind of shape are they going to be in? How much are they going to be able to play? They're both very, very important to the football team. And so you'd hope both of them can come back by the Virginia Tech game, but it's always iffy when they're not starting healthy. When you're trying to work for them back in shape, you never know exactly when they'll be ready to go.
Right. And the good news is we did not hear the name Juwan Williams when he was speaking about injuries, but we did hear another name on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, he said Derek Kelly wouldn't be able to practice initially. Again, expects him back at some point. Sounded like kind of relatively soon, but right now he's banged up a little bit and limping around. That was as specific as we got, but you know, that's a big one too. I mean, you want him; he's got a lot of experience. So, yeah. But yeah, nobody else on either side of the line of scrimmage, other than Marvin and Derek Kelly. Did he mention? So that's good.
And then everybody's still here on scholarship, other obviously than Josh Ball, but everybody who made it through spring will return for the Noles here in 2018 as the fall season gets ready to start. Next week they'll be on the road. They didn't tell us where, but we know that it is going to be IMG Academy, and due to a whole bunch of factors that deal with compliance, it's going to be closed to the media. They're not going to be able to even publicize the fact that they're really practicing down there. So I don't know what this means. I thought we were going to go to the beach and hang out next week, Corey, but I guess not. We'll still be up here probably.
Oh no, I might just go take a trip, like a little quick vacation. Okay. You know, I mean, I love IMG this time of year too. It's really beautiful in August, so maybe we'll just head over to Bradenton, see what we can find out.
Indeed. Coordinators, we got to hear from both of them for the first time. Harlon Barnett started things off. He sounds pretty optimistic with the talent he has to work with here in year number one.
Yeah, he does. You know, he said he had some dudes that he didn't quite maybe realize how good some of these guys were when he took the job. You know, he's been in the Big Ten his whole life, really. And said he wasn't real familiar with the players, but when he got here, he was pretty impressed. He mentioned Brian Burns first. Said, now that guy is a dude, and we all know this coaching staff and this nomenclature, that's a really big deal. I liked him a lot, man. I liked him and Walt Bell. You guys hopefully will watch those videos that we put up. They're really impressive dudes. You know, I think Walt Bell will be a head coach. As long as they score about 30 points a game the next 3 or 4 years, he can write where he wants to go. He is a really, really impressive guy.
Yeah. Other maybe news and notes, at least what I gleaned from Harlon Barnett, was the fact that they will run a 4-3. He did say they're going to get away from the 3-4, but did mention that one of those three linebackers is going to be their sort of quasi-strong safety kind of throwback guy.
They're DeKalen Brooks type, right? Yeah. They're DeKalen Brooks type. Another D. Brooks in the house.
Yeah, there we go. And then for Walt Bell, it sounds like he will most likely be up in the press box on game days. Willie's going to call the plays. The one question I asked him was just, is there any sort of maybe internal lean with the team towards maybe James Blackman, since so many of these guys are sophomores and they came up with James being the guy last year, but he kind of shot that down quickly.
One is James is an incredible kid. You know, the way his teammates feel about him is 100% completely deserved. The second part is, I wasn't here, you know, and I'm a guy that I truly believe that when a new staff comes in, when there's a new group, that if you listen to everybody else, you're going to miss a lot of things. You know, it's amazing what coaching changes can do to human beings. I don't care what happened here before. I really don't.
Yeah, no, and he said that James Blackman is really well respected and deserves to be well respected, but nobody's tipping their hand as far as who the quarterback's going to be, nor should they really in the beginning of August before anybody's ever even thrown a pass this preseason. It'll be an interesting, and they always keep mentioning Bailey Hockman too. Now, I don't know how much of that is coach speak or how much of that is legit, but they, you know, Willie and Walt Bell both said a lot of nice things about Bailey Hockman too. So we'll see. Again, I just thought they were really impressive. I thought their stories, and you'll read about it on Warchant, how they got to Florida State were really neat. You know, Walt Bell said that, you know, he wasn't going to call plays, no. And he goes, I love Willie Taggart. This isn't a slight against him at all. But there are 6 or 7 places that when they call, you go. And Florida State is one of those 6 or 7 places right here in the burning sun.
There's sweat running down my back. It's starting to beat on your head. So
it's crazy. I can't even, I can't see right now. I'm starting to see things.
If you're not subscribed to Warchant.com, this is probably the best time to start because football season here. And also right now there's a promo where you're going to get 2 football seasons worth of content and subscription for the price of one and a $50 gift card to Garnet and Gold.
Man, what else? I mean, what are you doing with your life if you're not taking advantage of that? Let's go, people, for real.
We'll reconvene tomorrow in probably the same general vicinity as Florida State has their first practice of the 2018 season. Can't wait, man. It's going to be fun. Corey, man, thanks for being out here, man.
This is fun. This is I love Tallahassee in August.
Yeah, we're going to do a 40-minute segment like this.
Yeah, this would be great.
Just be a puddle.
It's called Wake Up Warchant.
Hopefully we'll hear you then. Have a good one, everybody.